Next Chapter Podcasts.
In this episode, we swear a decent amount and give fairly intense descriptions of addiction and parental neglect. But it's also honest and very real. You can find more information like specific content warnings in the show notes. And by the way, if you have a story of family secrets or darkly funny drama that you want to share, we want to hear it. Email us at everybodyknowspod@gmail.com.
Everybody Knows But Me is brought to you by the devious geniuses who invented the Chia Pet and that secret joy you feel when someone you hate catches an L. Hey, they had it coming, didn't they? Our show is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
All right, in a minute we'll kick off our morning rush hour, where we play 60 minutes of uninterrupted prog rock and clips of Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. But first,
Mom! Have you been out here this whole time? I was looking for you. We're going to be late.
Oh, absolutely not. I was just making sure the fuel injector sprockets were all aligned.
You passed out in here last night, didn't you?
No, nonsense, honey. I've been up since dawn.
Whatever, Keith Richards. You've got enough pharmacy receipts in here to redo the wallpaper in the living room. Can we get going, please? I don't want to be late.
With pleasure. Let me just,
Jesus, Mom, you're driving like Stevie Wonder in a sleep mask.
Well, we are in a hurry, aren't we? We don't want to be late for your big soccer match.
Acting headshots. Are you feeling okay?
Oh, of course.
You missed the turn.
Oop! I'm sorry, I just can't help but be distracted by how excited I am for you, Holly. You're so brave and motivated for a 12-year-old.
Thanks, Mom. It's just hard with everything going on with Dad being sick and your problems. And, Dad's got this energy that people love. Sometimes I worry I might not have what it takes to live up to that, especially with all his theater and his music experience.
Oh, honey, no. There's room for more than one star in this family. I'm so proud of you because you have more talent and charisma in your pinky toe than most people have in their...
Captain Edward Smith, that thing in the road is looking awful close.
Huh? Captain who?
The guy who crashed the Titanic into the iceberg.
Oh! Honey, are you okay?
I think so. Oh God, it's the cops!
Are you ladies okay in there? Anyone injured?
Now we'll never make it to the photographer on time because we're going to freaking jail.
No, we are making that headshot appointment no matter what.
Ma'am, are you able to exit the vehicle?
Oh, it's awful, officer, sir, awful. My daughter, her big day. She has so much potential. She was going to be the next big thing on the silver screen. But now we're late for her headshot appointment. Her future will be ruined.
Oh, okay, so that's why you were driving like Stevie Wonder with a sleep mask on. You know I gotta arrest you, right?
See?
Don't you understand? My husband has cancer. This poor little girl's daddy is not long for this world, and all she wants to do is become a Hollywood big shot like her dearly beloved father.
All right, screw it. You want me to help change that tire?
Oh, yes, that would be lovely.
Oh my God, Mom. You're right. There is more than one brilliant actor in this family.
No, honey, I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. But let's celebrate.
Yeah. We are still 35 minutes late for the headshots, though.
In the sitcoms of my childhood, Addictions started and ended within a half-hour block of programming. There was no long character arc, no slow unraveling, just a snapshot of what your life could be if you really went down that path. And it was always the kid making the mistake that could upend their teen life as they knew it. Like Carlton overdosing on drugs Will had in his locker.
I'm sorry, Uncle Phil.
Sorry? My son could have died because of you.
I mean, look, you gotta believe me. I didn't mean to hurt him.
Yeah, well, you did. You hurt him and you could have hurt yourself.
Or the era-defining Jessie song, where a destined for stardom, just formed Bayside girl group is almost taken down by caffeine pills.
I'm so excited! I'm so excited! I'm so scared!
Jesse Spano and Will Smith weren't even trying to party. They just wanted to keep up with their schedule, which feels less like a cautionary tale about drugs and more like an early preview of a system where you work yourself to the point of burnout just to succeed. Time out. Was this a sitcom PSA or a soft launch for the future of capitalism? I myself have even been compared to a teen sitcom character who could have gone down a similar path.
A guy came up to me after a show last weekend. He comes up to me really fucking proud of himself. And he goes, okay, I've got it. Has anyone ever told you you look like if iCarly was really into drugs?
God forbid a sweet girl get a couple tattoos. Or a couple dozen tattoos. But it's rarely, if ever, the parent fighting these kinds of demons. Because that would be too real. That would mean the child is in danger and maybe shouldn't be in their care. You'd think, this sitcom is weird. What do you mean both parents who were once these loving, picture-perfect mom and dad types just stopped showing up for their kids completely? Is there any world in which the kid can grow up and be normal if there's no one there to parent? But my mom, my beautiful, sweet, smart, caring mom, who came to every back-to-school night, championed my sister's love of piano, laughed along as I pretended to be a professional tap dancer, and encouraged my brother's love of the outdoors while also managing his more reckless tree-climbing tendencies. That version of her, the sitcom version, like my dad's version, was starting to fade. And even though she was never the loudest one in the room, that doesn't mean we didn't notice. Her unraveling just took shape differently than my dad's. It also feels like it mirrors who they were as people. My dad, the social party one, became an alcoholic. My mom, the more reserved fly on the wall, quietly numbed out reality with drugs.
When dad was really bad, we did have mom.
Yeah.
But like the worst periods that we don't want to remember, we had no one.
From Next Chapter Podcasts and Companion Arts, this is Everybody Knows But Me, Episode 4, the one where mom goes missing. Right as my mom's addiction really started to show itself, my dad's was at its peak. In sitcom terms, my life was like one of those episodes where someone's juggling 2 prom dates, running back and forth, trying to hold everything together without anyone realizing what's happening. Yeah, exactly like that. See? I am relatable. As kids, we knew something also wasn't right with mom, but at this point, that was all we knew. So it became this unspoken understanding that we'll just take care of everything ourselves. And when a child's brain is left to figure out things on its own, it doesn't come to the most logical conclusions. It comes to the ones that feel safest in the moment. It had started a few years earlier, just before my middle school years, as a glazed, distant look in her eyes and mysterious online packages being delivered every week. We're talking pre-regulation when you could order basically any prescription drug on the internet or over the phone. A classic case of technology moving faster than the rules. And it turned into waking up every day, wondering if she knew what day it was, or if she even cared at all. None of us went to our dad for help at the time, an even scarier option. So with the majority of my siblings' time spent living with my mom, and all of my time, once my sister was 13, I was 11, and my brother was 6, we were left completely, and I mean completely, on our own.
I would have my friends over. I would have boys sleep over because, like, nobody was telling me jack shit.
This was a period in our lives where we had no rules.
Completely ungoverned. No rules. Also, mom wasn't like, how were we feeding ourselves? I remember eating a lot of expired food.
Yeah,
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
We had a lot of Hungry Mans, a lot of TV
frozen
dinners.
dinners.
We basically lived off of Lean Cuisines and Hungry Mans.
Pretzels.
Oh
my god, my super pretzels.
You love super pretzels.
I fucking love super pretzels.
But I have like a visceral. I won't eat wilted lettuce.
Me
I won't.
either.
Like if there's anything.
Really? Wait, you guys are exact. I mean, I figured, but
we would. I mean, the milk was always expired, so you could never drink the milk. Like you learn that lesson once quick.
Yeah.
The vegetables were always bad if we had them. Anything that mom did try to cook was undercooked. So I don't like cookie dough or anything either because I associate it with somebody who has underbaked something
because they're
to an unsafe degree because they're high.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the whole pantry got insects?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Like those little bugs.
blind bugs.
Oh yeah. Everything was like spoiled.
Yeah.
But then
throw everything out.
I just remember so many times eating something and being like, something was off about this. And then I would look at the box and see that it had been expired for a long time. And I was like, well, what else was I supposed to eat?
My dad was the only one working, and unbeknownst to him at the time, my mom was spending all of our money on drugs. In those years when my dad was living separately in his tiny shoebox apartment that would have made Milhouse Van Houten's old man proud, everything moved together like a blur. Every day was bad. And looking back, my nervous system was on overdrive. It was truly too much to process in real time. So we split our lives in two: school and home. School wasn't on fire. School was normal. I loved going to school.
I remember really being able to go to school and turn it off and then come home and be like coming, it's like the knowledge of coming home being like, I hope she's alive when I come home.
Coming home was not the fun part of the day, to say the least.
Totally.
At home, my sister would occasionally go to the market with money she found, so we'd have something to eat that wasn't actively growing fur. We took care of ourselves and had no structure. No one setting any rules. I remember feeling jealous of my friends when they were grounded because it meant someone was paying attention and cared enough to step in. I watched moms on TV like Vivian Banks command respect while gently, emotionally protecting their children.
Those two boys haven't stolen a thing from anyone. This has got to be the biggest amateur operation I have seen since Mayberry RFD.
And I remember thinking, that's what a mom is supposed to do.
Calm yourself, Barney Fife.
What my mom used to do. But now my mom moved through life in slow motion, nodding off at the kitchen table or behind the wheel of a car. Her reflexes dulled, words slurring together, stumbling into walls, falling asleep mid-conversation. Living in this reality turned us into experts, like insanely good at reading the smallest shifts in her behavior. We could tell how high she was within seconds. Even in public, when she was trying to hold it together, we'd clock it immediately. The eyes, the voice, the tiny physical tells. You don't learn that unless you have to.
I'm sure there were times that she looked a little spacey, and there were times where it was like, oh boy.
But like,
is someone gonna notice?
I was at my 8th grade graduation. Grandmother was there. There were other people around that like could have noticed what was going on and didn't for whatever reason. So people will make so many rationalizations in their head about how other people are behaving, whereas like we would hear her open her mouth and go, "Mom, what'd you take?"
The lip smack.
Because she would smack her lips and she was dry mouth all the time, and so she literally could just open her mouth for 1 second and be like, "Okay, great."
You could see it in the eyes too, the yellow glaze.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what happened at your graduation.
Yeah, I just wanted to be there for as little time as possible, and I remember like done my hair, and it was just not it was not a good memory for me.
Well, Mom was 2 years later at my graduation, my 8th grade graduation, on drugs.
How'd you feel?
I remember I was waiting, like wherever you're not obviously like with everybody. So I just remember continuously looking back, wondering like, where's mom? Where's mom? Is she coming? Is she coming? Cause like some grandmother was there, or somebody else was there already, and mom was not there. And I was like, I knew why. I was like, she's at home. She's on drugs. Honestly, it's like the visual too of like seeing her like try to get herself in a car and drive, and knowing that she's doing that, and yet I still wanted her. It's like mad that she wasn't there. Didn't want her there.
Yeah.
And then I am like looking. She's not there. I'm just heartbroken. I remember being on stage ready to walk across, and I see her show up, and I could tell just by looking at her how high she was. And then just being like, my heart sank, and just being like, why couldn't you just not do this today?
I became really good at compartmentalizing, and in a strange way, it mirrored addiction itself. The skill to keep things hidden, to not get caught, to not have it all come crashing down and out of your control. Control. That word. I just wanted a sense of control. As a kid with no real trust in adults and no idea how to ask for help, that secrecy just became another part of our attempt to control our reality. But there were some moments we couldn't hide. Moments where we had to act. I don't know exactly how many times we called 911, but I know it was more than once. And it was usually when there was a shakeup in our routine, which typically was as follows.
911, what's your emergency, please?
Wake up for school. Go into her room, check if she was breathing, check for a pulse, then go about our day. And sometimes she wasn't breathing, or her pulse felt too faint. So we'd call the paramedics, wait for them to arrive, and then we'd walk to school and just continue the day, while wondering if at any moment someone was going to pull us out of class and tell us she was gone. If you're wondering how no one stepped in, how the cops didn't intervene, I've asked myself that 1,000 times. After talking to my family members, learning more about addiction, and observing how that can play out in the world, I think it was a mix of things. She was a stay-at-home mom. It started as prescription drugs. Addiction has a way of isolating people before anyone sees how bad things have gotten, and systems don't always work the way you think they will. That's also another thing I've learned from TV. White suburban moms get away with a lot. In the 90s, the version of suburban moms we were shown didn't really allow for much beyond mom. But as TV evolved, so did that archetype. Still sexist, of course, but suddenly we were seeing another version of white suburban life that existed. The kind where you could get away with more than others, where no one looked too closely, and where even the worst things imaginable could be happening behind closed doors and still nothing.
I can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that.
Desperate Housewives was a masterclass in this. Every crime imaginable on one street. Weeds felt like the flip side of my reality. Like, oh, this is what it looks like when the suburban mom is the one dealing the drugs.
Give me a little respect. I'm the biggest game in the private community of Agreste. Drugs sell themselves, biscuit. You ain't shit.
Child Protective Services already came to our house once after a teacher reported suspected abuse. I remember being terrified. Whether it was fear or instinct or something we learned without realizing it, we told them everything was fine. And they believed us. But you have to remember, or rather, I do, that we were kids. And there were versions of our parents in there we loved deeply. Even in the worst moments, I still wanted my mom. I still wanted my dad. we did try, as kids, to change our reality.
It was like a Hydra, because you would take the drug. You would try to find them all the time. You'd find them. You'd put them down the toilet.
Yep.
Always down the toilet. Which, sorry, water system. But
yeah,
we would, they would be hidden everywhere, and you'd uncover them and throw them out and hope, that was like a day of not that they were just everywhere.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, one of my like core, the thing, like a nightmare memory for me is I just remember being so upset with her about it was something the things that got me the most mad was when she would do something where like she'd forget to pick Carson up from school, or like those were the things that got me mad. And I just remember being so mad at her, and she's in the back bathroom and she had a drug bottle in her hand, and I was like, Mom, if you take that pill, if you take it, you don't love us. You are taking it and you are looking me in the face and saying, I don't love you. And she just handfold, right? And I was sobbing, and I was just so enraged, and I just felt so let alone and let down. I just was like, okay, she doesn't love us. Like, you're a kid and you don't understand what addiction is at all. And like, these were real consequences in our life. It's hard to untangle the fact, like, there's real things to be mad about, even though the addiction wasn't her choice.
When you're a kid, like my sister just pointed out, you don't know that's not how addiction works. It's not a choice. It doesn't mean they don't love you. I still wish my sister had never felt like she had to question that love. My therapist would tell me I need to let go of the things I can't control, though. Something I have an issue with. But in the face of this kind of crisis, the only way you have any control over your life, the only way you can take back power, is by laughing in the face of everything.
In the Osborne house, do you remember all the phone calls we would get?
No.
Oh my God.
The landline?
People would call she would order drugs like over the phone or through the internet, and we would get these people who would call to like sell Mom more drugs somehow.
God, Casey, you're so right.
All the time. And like, but my memory of it is your friend Hector answering and engaging with them in a way that was like really like inappropriate but pretty funny for us at the time.
More memory unlocked.
Because he would they would call and Hector would just be like, "Oh, are you a bad boy?" and like start kind of.
Oh my God, I remember this now.
Phone sexing with the drug people that were trying to sell Mom drugs.
Oh my God,
and then
Casey.
like one guy actually started like engaging back, and we were like, we gotta hang this one up. We gotta hang this one up.
We're gonna have to retire this bit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't remember that until right now.
But those were like all people that Mom bought drugs through.
Right.
Like, they would call our landline all the time at our house.
Oh my God, what a bold move of a drug dealer.
Core memories. I'm always fascinated by how our brains decide what becomes a cornerstone of your life and holds on to forever, and what it tucks away because you need to keep moving forward. This moment somehow got tucked away. And it's wild, because my friend completely unknowingly was giving us a way to reshape something that was actually really dark into some fucked up sitcom subplots we could laugh at. We did get some regular kid shenanigans, or our version of them. Like my friends and I having Ouija board nights trying to speak to the dead. Or swapping out our neighbor's lawn decor with other houses, hoping to start a few suburban neighborhood feuds. Meanwhile, my sister and I, two teenage girls who could technically do whatever we wanted, were taking our mom's car before my sister had a driver's license, or even knew how to make a left turn for drugs? No thanks. Drinking? How unoriginal. No, to get food or see a movie, once we knew she was passed out for the night. Let's be real. We were teens doing the least concerning things in that house. At that point, my dad had been out of the house for a few years, trying to overcome his own addiction, followed by being diagnosed with terminal cancer and grappling with his secret twins that my siblings and I knew nothing about. Can you believe that's a sentence? Looking back now, this all answers some questions I never got to ask him. I've spent a long time trying to understand why he didn't do more, holding on to that resentment. How did he not see what was going on? But I also didn't know the cacophony of emotions he must have been dealing with, or how his brain was probably trying to triage everything at once. The guilt, grief, anger, hopelessness, like mine did. Not that that excuses anything, but this was a lot for everyone. He did show up for one particular moment, the time my mom went missing. Oh, I bet you thought the title of this episode was a metaphor for losing yourself to addiction, huh? I mean, it is. But when has this story ever been that subtle?
I was with Skylar and Hector. Mom was supposed to pick us up from Universal Studios because we had gone to see, I was in 8th grade, and we had gone to see my boyfriend at the time's band play a little show. And Mom was supposed to pick us up, and it's 10 p.m. No mom. No, like we have our shitty flip phones or something. No word from Mom. It's 11 p.m. No word from Mom. But I just remember feeling like knowing in my gut, like, oh my God, like standing there trying to save face to your friends when you're like, did my mom just like crash her car and die because she's on drugs? And she never showed up. And I think it got like past midnight, and we're 13, 14, standing on the fucking sidewalk of Universal Studios City Walk. I think it was like 1 a.m. and I remember Skylar's mom called a taxi for us, and I come home and Mom's not home. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I remember spending all that night like worried and trying to figure it out.
Because her phone wasn't on.
No.
Like we had no way to contact her. And I don't know if Dad was...
I probably called Dad maybe then.
Yeah,
because
I remember Dad coming over eventually and calling the police to file a police report.
Yep, and we filed a police report. I think she was gone for like 2 days?
2 or 3 days.
And they found her like barefoot.
I remember then that they found her at the bottom of the hill of Studio City, or Universal Studios, one of the gas stations near the, like that hill that goes up to Universal Studios, that they found her like barefoot and like slumped outside of her car.
Yeah. That's what I remember. Yeah.
And like, she's so lucky she survived.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
My mom went to her first rehab after that, paid for by my Aunt Cecilia. I was about to start high school, and my home life was hanging on by a thread. You'd think reporting your own mom missing would be the kind of thing that forces a reset. The very special episode where everything slows down and someone finally learns a lesson. But no. While there were always stretches of sobriety with my mom's addiction, life loved to prove things could get worse. And 2 years later, they did. At this point, my dad couldn't work steadily because of his illness, and my mom couldn't hold down a job either. It felt like her addiction had already taken a parent from us, and a sense of safety. And now it was taking one of the last things that made my life feel even remotely like a normal TV family. Our house. Who was I to assume we get to live in a big house with a TV room and a backyard with a pool and a slide? The full sitcom setup. Frank Grimes was right. Not everyone gets to be Homer Simpson.
Would you like to see my Grammy Award?
No, I wouldn't.
So, we went into foreclosure. And I have to be honest with you. I didn't really know what a foreclosure was at the time. I knew it meant we didn't have enough money. I knew it was bad because it felt bad. But I didn't realize until recently how much I had avoided actually understanding it. I didn't want to know how long we'd actually gone without paying the mortgage, or that the process of moving our entire life out was probably as fast as a few days. But it felt fast, like there wasn't enough time to grab everything. I remember we left the house in shambles, trash everywhere, We left things we loved behind, too. Clothes, books, Beanie Babies. Things that now feel like artifacts of my childhood I wish I still had. This home I once loved suddenly mirrored what life felt like inside it. And we weren't allowed to go back. Not even the next day. There's something disorienting about understanding a memory years later. It can fill in the blanks you know you need, but it can drop you right back in it, feeling it all over again. After this series of lows, my Aunt Cecilia started to come around more.
The fact is, the house got foreclosed on, because I remember going over there with Carson after the foreclosure, and we climbed over the fence.
Yeah, I remember
We went
that.
swimming, we dug up berry bushes, and he just sat on the side of the pool and cried. Because he loved that house, and he said, I just want the house back, and I want my family back the way it was. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then I have to look at you guys for a while, knowing I know there's twins in the picture.
Hey, Cecilia, I can't even
And I
fathom.
felt like the worst, like I'm betraying you, and oh gosh.
But back then, I did not know how much crazier things could get. My dad would get even sicker. A secret would take shape. And my own version of rock bottom was still ahead of me.
I'm a song a man will seldom write. I'm a celebration of life, and I know I'll live for years to come.
Everybody Knows But Me is a production of Companion Arts and Next Chapter Podcasts. This episode was written by me, Holly Brown. The cold open scene you heard at the beginning of the episode is a fictionalized version of very real moments from my life, scripted by our lead producer, editor, music supervisor, and sound designer, Pete Musto. It featured Valerie Tosi playing my mom, Casey Rose as me, Max Wolfson as the radio DJ, Andrew Hall as the police officer, and Pete Musto as our show's announcer. Sound design for that scene was by Earl Davis. Our associate producer is Ilana Nevins. Original theme music by Kyle Murdock. Our show artwork was created by Aaron Hill. Our video producer is Emily Reeves. Our videographer is Dalton Polivka. Our animator is Justin Cortese. Our marketing team is TINK Media. And our executive producers are Jeremiah Tittle and also me, Holly Brown. New episodes of Everybody Knows But Me come out every Wednesday. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, youtube.com/everybodyknowspodcast, or wherever you get great content like ours. Do you have a story of family secrets or darkly funny drama that you want to share? We want to hear it. Email us at everybodyknowspod@gmail.com and make sure you leave us a rating, review, or drop a comment telling us what you like about the show. Follow me at Holly Brown Comedy and the show on all social media at Everybody Knows But Me. And come back next week to find out what crazy hijinks the Brown family is in for and hear more of the stories we tell ourselves to survive.
So you see, I'll live for years to come. I'm the words of my mama's song. I'm the words of my mama's song.
Next Chapter Podcasts.